went to sit down and it's
Oh,
giving me like
perfect.
flying
The dance
animation.
party. We can all dance while we wait. Oh no.
Yeah, just a little nappy poo.
Blaine needs to get his butt in here. I see he's online. He's just AFK.
I'm glad that this is the chaos that our meetings turn into every time without fail.
What, just giant rainbows and giant people?
Just insanity. It's great.
Where's my gay beam? There it is.
Oh my gosh.
What was it?
Never mind. Blaine went offline. How rude.
That's okay. People can catch up with the video. Alrighty tidy, ladies and germs.
I'm not a germ.
Yes, you
And
are.
everything in between.
I'm gonna... You're mean, Caleb.
Yes, I am.
You're lucky I love you.
No, I'm not.
If you will please gather around my character.
I don't want to. I'm too busy
Working
dancing.
on it.
Hail to the night.
You're cheering at odd statue.
I know, I'm just saying it, everybody. Alright.
Frostman, are you spraying me with a frickin' water gun?
No, it's not me.
So, like I said, we are just gonna be giving out, like, suggestions to offer on to the options to vote on for the poll for this meeting. We're not really gonna be voting at this meeting. I just want to discuss, get ideas, and make sure that everybody's okay with what we're doing. Because these are kind of some, like, really big changes that are gonna affect a lot of our members. And I just want to make sure that everybody's happy with them before we get started in a new year, new expansion, new season. Seems like a good time to have a meeting. So, first thing we're going to talk about, which is the most important one, is the alt characters. So, we are alt friendly. I'm totally happy to let you guys have your tunes, but we're going to have to put a limit because
There's too many.
we're to the point where I'm having to buy WoW tokens to keep the guild bank full for, like, guild bank repairs and stuff. And that would be okay if we were still, like, 2 years ago and there was only, like, 15 members, but we're getting up to the hundreds. Like, we're about to be at 100 members pretty soon. So that's a lot of gold that we have to keep inputting into the guild bank. So to help combat how much gold is coming out of the guild bank, we're going to put a limit of 5 characters per person, but we are going to offer some options to, like, help ease that, because I know that some of y'all are altaholics and you gotta have all 46 of your characters in the guild.
That's just Blaine.
Pretty much just Blaine. Blaine was the only one that had, like, literally 30 characters.
Yeah, I went over the roster and counted every single one of everyone's alt. Blaine had 32.
Yeah, it was a little wild. And with our recent crazy growth in the guild, with the Discord guild finder and the new expansion and all that fun stuff, I feel like we need to kind of handle it before it becomes a serious issue, because the last time I checked the guild bank, we're at 50,000 gold for a guild with 300 characters, and almost everybody's taken out for guild bank repairs, and there's almost nothing going into it. So, we have a couple of options for the things, and I also am going to take suggestions for solutions as well from you guys, so be thinking while you're hearing these options. The first one is that you can quote-unquote pay rent, so we haven't decided a full definite amount of gold yet, but for, like, per character you can donate a certain amount of gold per month to the guild bank, not like every week, just once a month, for however many characters you want to keep in the guild, and then we'll check the logs, and if it's there, then we'll let you keep your characters. If not, we'll be like, hey, do you want to do your deposit, or do you want to put this guy on hold for a little bit?
Yeah, so like for example, you could pay like, say you want like an extra like 2 tunes, and you're already at your limit. You could pay like say 2,000 per tune.
A month, not a week, just a month.
Yeah, like every month. Just...
That's an option that we have come up with, and that'll also help with the guild bank repairs and also my wallet, so I don't have to buy WoW tokens every month to fill up the guild bank. There's also the option of like, and I know that this sucks. This is the sucky part of the conversation, and I feel so bad when we're talking about this, but there's the option of like guild labor. So we could hold like once a month, have a big recruiting party, like somewhere in one of the big cities, and like have our big colorful chairs and do the rainbows and dances and fun and like promote the guild. And that could be like your guild service, or we can come up with some other kind of service for you to do for the guild, like maybe organizing the guild bank or something once a month. And then we can let you have however many characters you're gonna have. We also had the option of like rotating characters, so like once a month, me and however many of the other officers would log in, and we would rotate everybody's characters for whatever characters you wanted to play that month. We feel really bad because we want to be a home for everybody, and we don't really like want you to feel like you have to go to other places to put your guild tune in a bank. I mean, in a guild. I mean, your tune in a guild? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I'm looking at my other notes as I'm talking to you guys. But we do want to hear suggestions. Maybe you guys have better solutions than we do. But it's just getting, like, a little redonkulous, especially with, like, how expensive, like, the repairs are on armor this expansion. Like,
yeah, because I'm paying
it's
like
getting a little expensive. There's literally like maybe between 50 to 70,000 gold in the guild bank right now, and that's for however many players and characters we have to run on, and that's gonna last like maybe 2 weeks before I'm gonna have to spend another $20 and get a WoW token and fill up the guild bank. Like, it's just hard. So, does anybody have any suggestions or other options that maybe they want to throw out there that we can add to the voting poll?
I have a couple.
Yeah.
So one would be to only turn on guild repairs when there's a guild event going on.
Okay.
And the other one would be to only turn on guild repairs for main. Have a guild rank that is for mains, and just that rank, and your officers, of course, and whatnot, would have the repairs.
So we have kind of done the guild ranks before. And they kind of are now too. Like, some of them don't have guild bank repairs. But as we go, there's so many members who are higher up in the guild that are gonna still do that. So it works, but it only works for a little bit, depending on how long people stay in the guild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so my main suggestion
but
would
be, but guild repairs
turn...
during events only is an idea I haven't thought of before.
I think that one's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
I agree, I really like that one.
Yeah, because, like, I know some people do abuse the whole guild bank system to save their own money, so we really do need to find, like, make it so, like, we can only use our guild repairs for, like events or something. Like, we can use guild repair for, like, say, like, mythic or raid night when we actually need it, not just, oh, I don't feel like spending 5 gold on a random, like, heroic dungeon, so I'm just gonna use guild bank repair.
Or it's not 5 gold, it's like 1,000 gold to repair in
you know what I mean.
That's what I'm worried about. But also, like, we are still gonna have to put a limit on the alts. I was looking more for suggestions on how to help with the people who have a bunch of different alts, who maybe still want to keep them in the guild. We need to find a way for there to be, like, a stipulation, but still able to have them. Like, I don't want to, like, completely cut you guys out of it, but I want to offer an option to help benefit the guild as well if we're going to have that many characters in. You know what I mean?
I think the idea of donating gold for it is
Yeah.
My 2 cents.
I know another thing I thought of yesterday.
You said what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear Alex.
Oh no, I was just saying. I think the idea of donating gold every month for it is a really good idea, because then it encourages you, if you want to have more alts, to put more into the guild.
Right. And that would help a lot with the guild bank too, which has not always been a struggle, but like the last 2 years has become a struggle because we kind of exploded like over the last year and a half.
The problem with a rent, if you can excuse me for a second, is enforcement. Like,
yeah.
That's going to be like a confrontation that's going to happen if someone doesn't do what they're supposed to do, or they can't afford to do what they're supposed to do, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so
well, that could be just as easy as like knocking that.
I won't have to enforce it.
That one tune out of the guild for that month, or however many months, and then letting them back in.
Well,
it doesn't have to be
fair.
permanent. What I'm saying is, like, the alts that either do get kicked or you don't want to pay rent for or whatever is like easily rectifiable. Like, we're not trying to kick you out forever. We're just trying to make it manageable. We don't want you to feel like we're punishing people. We're trying to make it manageable so we can continue thriving as a guild rather than struggling really hard and having to deal with it harshly later, you know what I mean? Enforcing it wouldn't really be a problem because, like I said, if we just have like 1 day a month and we check... Oh, Blaine found out.
Took long enough, I was wondering.
We'll invite Blaine real quick. Good thing we're at the suggestions part, because Blaine's already been here for... Blaine already knew about this.
I know I was thinking to myself yesterday, like, for like a little place for alts, we could make like a community specifically for alts. Like
the runoff guild?
Yeah, like a runoff guild, kinda. Like, specifically for like alts. Like, say you have like a bunch of alts, but you're at your limit, you could join this community and still be part of the guild, just under a different name, kinda.
So...
That's true. We could do...
How about...
We could do...
like... You know how there's all these ranks? Is there room for another one?
No, not without taking out a leadership role.
Let me look at what they are.
Well, we have journeyman and fledgling. Here's my thing with the keeping alts out of the guild thing. I don't know about everyone else, but what I use the guild for when I'm leveling is for the guild perks and to chat. So if I can't have my alts in the guild, then I'm going to have them in another guild, and then I won't be able to chat with you guys.
I was thinking, like, if we have
like a rank
just for all this shitload of alts everybody has. That way we can easily like digest the guild list when you separate it by rank.
Yeah, that way we can have like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or whatever you decide on mains, and then everything else doesn't pull money from the guild.
Yeah.
But or do it so that no one gets to pull money from the guild. I just want to be able to chat with you guys and be able to, because I know I'm one of the worst offenders for alts as well.
But we didn't want anybody to feel like targeted or that they
no.
to another place. We just wanted to like try to come together to find solutions, because this was becoming like a bigger ordeal, and I knew it was going to affect a lot of people, and that's why I wanted the input.
Yeah. No, I'm not offended or anything. I totally understand. It's just that I use them for actual, not just for chatting, but for actual guild mechanics that I consider them mandatory, because it's 15%, mount speed, and you have a guild bank, and all these perks that you get.
Don't forget the Hearthstone. You get like
the Hearthstone too. But so all that stuff plus, every so often I get to chat with you guys. Not like I know I'm on a lot when people aren't on, but it's still nice for me. But I would have to join them to a different guild while I'm leveling.
Okay. So we have runoff guild and alt ranks. Like, alt character rank so far.
Like, I know other guilds do, like, leveling guild, like a sister guild just for leveling, but then you have people, you know, that I can chat with and people that you can't. Well, all that is to say, you know, I think the alt idea is probably my favorite so far.
Yeah,
Or, sorry, the alt rank.
I like the idea of the alt rank. I'm down with that. That's an idea I can get behind.
I mean, we can still vote and everything. I was just putting my input.
Yeah, the meeting is more so we can get more suggestions from you guys that might work for you guys better, so that we can add it to the voting list. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will vote for the alt rank. I like that idea too.
Would we even be able to? Because I thought, didn't you just say that we'd have to get rid of the leadership roles in order?
Well, we have journeyman and fledgling.
I'll figure it out. I always do.
Okay.
There's a million ranks we can like.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be alt rank. It's just people who can't use the guild bank rank, or toons that can't access the guild bank or can't access repairs or whatever. So even new people can just be at that rank. And then that'll be new people and, you know, alts. And we could still combine that. I mean, I think we should do that no matter what, because I don't think all of my alts should be pulling from the bank no matter what.
Right.
But I still think, you know, we have to get income in there just for the sheer size of how many people will have mains.
That's actually technically our next topic. We're gonna go over the guild bank, because the gold thing is such an issue. Like, even if we turned off guild bank repairs for everybody, we still would have a huge, like, gold problem, because, like, other than, like, the few random donations or, like, officers trying their best or the WoW tokens that we get, there's, like, no input to it. And we've, like, tried before with, like, giveaways and stuff to, like, be like, hey, here's a mount, and here's this, and here's that, and blah, 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 if you donate this much gold, and it does really well for, like, two people donate, like, 5 or 6 times, and then it's still only, like, 15,000 gold, and it's gone in 2 weeks. Not even, like, 3 days. So, basically, we've talked about that, but, we'll go over suggestions for that in just a second, like how to fix gold issues, any ideas that you guys have. And I did write down the guild repairs during events and guild repairs by level under that one, because I felt like that was more of a solution for that. But I am going to go over the tabs real quick, because we have a lot of new members, and I want to make sure everybody knows what tab is what. Anyway, back to the gold issue. Does anybody have any suggestions for specifically fixing the gold problem? Not really focusing about the alts, just like in general fixing gold issue.
I know you mentioned something about jobs. We could try implementing jobs, but branching it out more than just professions.
Okay.
Like, say you want, like, I know this is gonna sound a little mean, but like, say like, if you are really undergeared, but you want to do something, you could always like give someone like an extra, like, say 100 gold to help you carry, like, just something stupid. Shut up, Caleb! I will knock you out.
Y'all are crazy. So
Y'all are
starved.
But like, we could try branching out more than just professions. Like, we could do professions, of course, because I'm not an alchemy, but I can make people enchanted stuff, or I can make bandages. I could sell those to you guys.
We could also do gear runs and stuff, but how can we incorporate that to make gold for the guild bank?
I mean, if you do like transmog runs, you can just say every transmog that drops, you know, that's sellable, goes to the guild bank to be sold, and then you put that money straight in the guild bank.
Yeah, because
and that could work because you can put all your characters' gold before you do the run into your warband account, and then all the gold that you get from there can do the stuff. Yeah, that's smart. I like that.
Yeah, well,
it's just what other guilds I've been in have done. Like like raiding guilds that need money for like pots and stuff. And then the other thing is, on guild runs, like when we do normals and stuff, we would say anything that drops, that can be sold will be sold. I mean, I know we have a lot of pugs in guild runs, but we could say anything that drops for us, like that can be sold. So like if a BOE that, sells for 100,000 gold drops, that goes to the guild bank, and then the guild gets that money.
So, on that kind of note, something we do in my classic guild, because we do end up having to usually bring along 2 or 3 pugs to our runs, is BOEs, BOEs, materials, and like legendaries, because it's molten core. Those are reserved for the guild. So, there may be a pug in there, but fuck them when it comes to BOEs.
Yeah.
In, not so nice words.
It's fine.
The only issue with that, I haven't looked at it like for the rating section, but I know if the Blizzard updates to their play nice policy recently, and we just want to check because sometimes they update that without on like how loot has to be distributed, and we don't want to step on those policies and get in trouble with Blizzard, so we just want to review that before we put we make a decision like that. That's my only saying on that.
To be honest, I think our best bet that would be fun, but also help the guild, is like dual runs from dungeons and raids where we can get sell anything we can, but we still get transmog for it.
Yeah, if you sell it, you still get the transmog. Which
so that's probably our best bet. Is
well,
just
then why don't once a month you can like how I made an Excel thing for RP team for their monthly spread, but maybe once a month Raid and Mythic team can do sell runs, and maybe RP team can do something for gold too. We can come up with something special, but
we could run old content, get all the mogs you want, but then sell it all, so we can put all that money we've got into the guild
if
bank.
you bring your max level characters, you'll blow through them really quick, and you could probably knock out quite a few runs of things.
It'll be fun. Not only will it be fun for us, we can be goofballs, but we'll get transmogs we want. Say, I'm on my Warlock, and I go to Hellfire Citadel because I want the Warlock set. Not only will I get it, I will also be able to help the guild get the money we need.
Alright.
I'm more than happy to donate what I get. I run every week. I run every
and you're
old
not
raid.
Inviting me? How rude.
I run every old raid. I go solo all the old raids from Nyalosa all the way back to usually the Wrath of Lich King.
And you don't invite me? We can just make it weekly thing.
But I do like the sell runs, doing the old runs and then selling the stuff. Oh my gosh.
We can also do stuff like maybe an hour a week or something. Maybe if we decide whatever, we could have a skinning and herbalism party where we just go to the bees, and we all bring a person that can skin, and we all kill bees. That way you can get the bee mount, you can get the other griffin mount, those things. But then you take all the mats that you get and you just put them in the guild, and then the guild sells them. Because I know I made maybe 15,000 gold in about an hour.
Yeah.
So if there's 5 people doing that, and we just do it an hour a week, or something like that.
Yeah, we could call them profession parties.
Yeah.
Strike while the iron's hot. That's not going to last forever, so do
but
that.
it's right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. If we pad it now, that would probably.
Yeah, because mats are being sold for a crazy lot. Just in the first month of the expansion, not even a month.
And we can also donate items instead of. I know donating gold might be tough, but say you get something, you don't have to sell it for yourself. You can donate to the guild, and the guild can sell it.
Dude, those profane tinder boxes.
Oh god, yeah, those are.
I've been selling those for 8 to 12K.
And I know it's still gold, but it's one step removed from gold, so maybe it'll be easier for people to donate.
Yeah, like the officers can go through it, see which ones we think would sell the best and sell those.
Yeah.
And even the stuff that, so say someone puts something in there that you don't want, or, say you can put it up 2 or 3 times and it doesn't sell, you just sell it to a vendor and that goes to the guild too.
Another idea I have is, we could have like a donate tab, so if you have shit that you just want to sell and have it donated to the guild bank, you could just drop it in there and I'll sell it once a month or once a week.
Cool.
Okay. No input, great.
There's
Fantastic, glad I said something.
there's the good old classic monthly dues,
Yeah, monthly dues. Motherfucker.
which nobody really ever wants to do.
Yeah, I hate that part because I don't want to have to. I don't want to enforce it.
I'm just throwing out this as an idea.
Ow! Motherfucker, that hurt.
Well, we had a lot of ideas in the past.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that's why it's not my favorite.
We had a lot of ideas in the past to try and like creatively build gold, but I'm like to the point where like I really don't know what to do, and we're getting to a point where it's almost impossible to keep the guild bank full.
I mean, basically, I think the easiest way is just to Bernie Sanders it, man. Just occasionally be like, hey, we need some help. Can you guys donate some shit?
Yeah, either donate money or time.
Did we want to like make professions like part of the guild, and like did we want to be more active in that, and how can we implement that as a guild rather than just do this, do that?
Yeah, I'm more than happy to make, like, say you want, like, cloth or something, or bandages for, like, a cloth tune. I'm more than happy to make that for anyone who needs it.
We could, like...
I'm working on...
We could make a profession request channel, because we have all the roles and stuff, so you could just use the roles and be like, hey, I need blah 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 blah, and then you can do it in the guild profession order.
For flasks.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, it's a permanent item that I can just put out and you grab flasks out of it. So that way I don't have to, like, nobody has to buy flasks for shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just expensive as fuck. So it's taken a while.
Yeah, that's the kind of the problem with like guild professions is, in order to make a little bit of money, someone's going to have to spend a whole lot of money.
Oh, I'm not
getting their
talking
professions
about.
up.
I'm not talking about for the guild bank. I'm talking about just in general. Do we give a shit about the professions? Would that be something we want to work on as a guild? Is our professions? I'm not
Let's
even worried
say
about the money.
Anybody willing to donate some herbs
Yeah.
I have herbalism.
to Morvenval that they're not selling because herbs good money maker right now.
Literally, all I do is sell it to like the yak person. So I will give you whatever
You're
I find.
vendoring your herbs.
You're vendoring your herbs?
Why are you vendoring your herbs?
Because I don't do herbalism that often. I pick
Yeah,
up
okay,
one
so
herb,
just send
once
me
a day.
all of your herbs.
Yeah.
Or we're past that topic though. Or do we care about professions? Do we want to work on professions as a guild?
Sure.
Maybe have like one of each profession? You'd have to pump a lot of money into them though.
Yeah, well that's
the
what the
downside.
supplies thing was supposed to be for, is if you have like extra supplies or whatever, which you won't right now because everybody's selling it, but
Well, like I'm planning on doing like maybe an hour a week, and then whatever I get from that, I'm just going to put in the guild bank. Like I'll do a skinning party myself, or I'll do, an hour running around looking for herbs, or an hour, mining or whatever, and I'll just give all of that to the guild bank. I think that's really what like this whole discussion we've got is coming down to is, everyone's going to have to take more of an active role in the guild, I think.
Perhaps. Well, the next 3 topics kind of don't have anything to do with the last 3 things we talked about. The next one is about the server. I have a question mostly for the new members. number one, would a channel guide help? I know we have a fuck ton, and I know I'm very specific, but I don't want the guild guide to be too long.
Do we have a guild guide?
Yeah, it's called the new members channel. Thank you.
Oh, you mean the Discord server?
Yes, Discord server.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how I do that on Thunderlord.
So the rest of these are not really quite nearly as important. It's just if you still want to be part of this, you're free to go if you don't want to be here. But this is going to be to do with our Discord server. Basically, my questions are, how can we make the guild guide a little, like, how can we make it easier for the new members, and how can we make it, like, better for the returning members, like, if they need to check it or whatever. Do you think a channel guide would be good, though? Because I notice a lot of people struggle with the channels.
I think that would be very useful.
Yeah, that one.
Okay,
that one.
channel guide. I also thought about putting our leadership page back up, but probably just putting it with the guild guide so everybody knows who leadership is.
Yeah, like who to like ask for if you need like something done.
Is that interesting or no?
Yeah, that would be useful.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that too. Oh, this one is so important. This one is so important. I'm actually glad nobody left. How do we feel about our guild promotions? I was going with the plan of promoting everyone on the guild birthday, like at the picnic, as a like ceremony thing for one of our annual events. But do we feel like we need to be promoted more often, or do we like that? Do we have other suggestions?
I mean, I think the next step is just Guildmaster, and I don't want that, so I'm good.
Well, not you.
You can't have the power. I can barely handle the power.
The only thing that I'm, really worried about for promotions is the ability to join people to the guild, especially alts, because I know I'm on when a lot of people aren't on, and sometimes it takes several days to get my alts into the guild.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's not a problem. I'm just, saying, something about maybe having a rank where you're not necessarily an officer, but you're, trusted enough to join strictly alts or whatever to the guild.
Nothing on the guild guide. Annual events, we kind of talked about a smidgen. Is there anything that we like, we don't like, we'd like to see more of? Which events are we really interested in? We only have 5, so it's not stupid difficult, but we do have a few.
Guild events?
Fantastic.
Is that what you said?
Fantastic. So we have our birthday luau. We have the Warcraft movie that we watch every year. We have, which these are new. Like I said earlier this year, we're trying to make these our new traditions. We did them this year. We're going to do them again next year. We have, did I already say the luau? We have the guild luau. We have the Halloween party, and then we have the Winterfest party, which is like a Christmas party.
I look forward to Halloween.
Caleb,
Alright.
you mean? Why would you do this to me? I just saw the chat log.
Is there anything though that you like to do in game that you'd like to see more of at these events? Or do you have ideas that we could do?
Personally, I think I would like to do more mount runs because there's so many mounts that I was able to find that I got in like an hour or under an hour, and I would like to show you guys how to get those. Because I have a few.
For annual events? I could probably do that. Maybe you can find us. Maybe you can find us each year a very specific mount for Halloween, like a spooky mount that's an easy run
like
or
that
whatever.
slime mount I showed you guys how to get.
Yeah, that would be fun. We could do that on Halloween.
I can do that.
That's a lot of fun. I like that. Also, if you haven't checked out in the new members section, there's a lot of things that are already kind of creative in there. So the luau is very kind of RP based. We have the water guns and we dance and we have a grill out and we have the dragon racing tournament, stuff like that. There's like a lot of different things we could do at the events. If you have any suggestions, there'll be a place to put it in the vote and the polls. But anyway, I like the Mount Run idea. Also, Caleb always brings up the idea for the Halloween party of playing like horror games, like free horror games, and I love that. So we're totally adding that because he brings it up every year, and it's always so fun.
Yeah, I have a small catalog of like super cheap or free co-op games on Steam.
Yeah. All right.
I really liked the like Halloween movie night thing we did last year.
The movie night tournament. All right.
I think I'm just gonna like take over, and I'm gonna pick movies.
This is gonna be the easiest, simplest section, and I'm so glad that Caleb is here because this is gonna be a lot faster. Teams, time to pick our choices for this season. What do you want your team to focus on this season? Give me some goal suggestions for this season for your team. What would you like? Mythics and raids. RP, I've already got you figured out. Don't worry about it.
I know for raids, I would like us to get at least one AOTC, but I hope to try and get an AOTC every season if we can.
Okay.
Like, I know it's a big goal, but I really want to try because I do think we have the ability. Like, I've seen everyone. Especially Eris. Eris is scary.
Yeah.
Like, I generally do think we can do it. It's just gonna take a lot of time and effort. But at the very least, I want one AOTC without us having to go to an entirely different community and deal with all that struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was not happy when I got AOTC on something I did not enjoy. Like, I didn't mind the fact that I switched to DPS because I knew they were going to force me to DPS anyway, because I'm a tank. But that was very disappointing to me, that I got AOTC on a spec I don't really enjoy.
Yeah.
So that is my goal for the season, is to try and get at least one AOTC this expansion.
Anybody else have any raid team goal suggestions? Maybe for a season we should work on the eye level or functions or mechanics or something else?
You guys should get a mythic boss down.
Mythic boss.
Oh yes, let's go.
Mythic boss.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. So that's 2 goals for raid team. Do we have anything for mythics?
I'm gonna do the same thing I do every season, Felix. I'm gonna try to get people KSM.
Yeah, KSM.
KSM. Alright.
I would like to have like some like groups, not just people running into the Mythic Night randomly. I want to get
established teams.
Like 2 established groups with like a tank, a healer, and some DPS that run together.
Absolutely.
Well, you always have me. I'm always there.
And also,
which would be cool.
if you want to help organize that, I can make you an Excel thing so that you can like plan the teams out for each
You're
week.
getting ridiculous.
I'm not getting ridiculous. You need to have something to keep up with all your people because there's a fuck ton of people on Mythic team.
Yeah, I need to.
I have my ways.
I need to make some kind of chart or something now because
I'll help you.
Before I was pretty much the only tank in the guild. Like I was the one who religiously played tank. Like occasionally
I know, now we're booming with tanks.
Yeah, now we have like 7 new tanks, and we need to like clarify and make sure people are okay with switching specs they may not enjoy because there's only like 2 tanks per raid. We could try switching them out, but I need to make something to organize it because now we have like abundance of tanks. Which I'm here for, but it's gonna be a pain because I know some of us do not like playing other specs. I am one of them.
Guildies who are not officers, do you have any goals or suggestions for goals for your teams this season? And you can include RP team. I'm also willing to hear what you have to say.
Nothing particular from me.
Nope. Alright. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yay! Time to kill someone. Let's go.
How do we get out of here?
You just leave.
You just walk
out the door.
But if you want to do PvP, I'll be holding a PvP session afterwards, as per usual of our
Lock that shit
meetings.
up, gimme.
Okay, I'll meet you guys at the PvP area.
Time to meet
Bye,
at the
guys.
PvP stage. Follow me if you want to join. This is our, once a season we knock the shit out of each other so we get our, like, secret frustrations out. And
It's
then we
all
start
my
all
fault.
over the next season.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault that we have this.